This tutorial is for us to learn about animations and transitions. Animations and transitions in PowerPoint. So this uh, file you're seeing is just created with just some dummy informations. So you just open PowerPoint, add new slides by using the insert tab here. Then, or you can also yes insert tab. Then come to new slide to get more slides. You go open PowerPoint. You have only one slide showing, so to add more slides, use the insert tab. Use the add new slide command here to get, or even on the home tab, which is the default, you can also have new slide command here. The shortcut is Control M. Just add new slide. Then you just add some text. So just like what I have, introduction to College of Education Studies, name of the person, so you can just any name at all, and just put my name there. Then we have introduction with some dummy text. We have history, structures of CES, that's College of Education Studies, management, yes, some few slides. We are good to go to learn animations, transitions, and how to report using PowerPoint, MS PowerPoint. So to start with the first one, which is transitions. The transitions deals with how the slides moves in or out when you are in PowerPoint presentation mode or slideshow mode. How the whole slide will move in or out. That is all about the transitions. And you can get that command in the ribbon at the transitions tab. So these are the tabs. We have the home tab, insert tab, draw tab, design tab, these transitions. So depending on the version you're using, these tabs may differ, but you should have transitions tabs and then animation tabs. So as I said, the transition is to design how you want the slides to flow in if you're in the slide mode or presentation mode. So to effect any style you want, make sure the slide is active. So for example, I want to effect a transition on slide 1, so make sure slide 1 is active. You come to your transitions tab, then select the style you want. So these are the transition styles available. We have the more, fade, push, wipe. They are different. If you want more, just use this more commands here, the arrow here, then you get more of the commands. So as it stands now, the default selected is none, so we have not effected any transition style, so that's why none is active for slide 1. So I want to effect one of the styles. I'll use push. So slide 1 is active, comes transitions, then we pick push, just click on it, and you just see a short preview of how the effect will take place. So you click on it, you see the effect of it shortly. I go to slide 2, then I apply fade. See how it appears. Just a preview of it, a short preview of it. Then slide 3, let me apply split. Okay, slide 4, let me apply random bars. Okay, so that is for transitions. So let's try to see how it will look like when we are in the slide mode, the PowerPoint or the presentation mode. Yes, that's presentation. So you can use this one, slideshow, at the bottom down here, that's the icon here, or F5, that is a shortcut. Or better still, you come to slideshow tab on top of the ribbon. Then we'll use this one, start from beginning or start from current slide. We use the start from current slide. If you're in slide 3 or whichever slide, you start from that slide, then it will be going down. Or better still, if you're in slide 3 and use from beginning, you also start from the first slide for you to see how the presentation will look like. So let's use the from beginning and let's see how it will look like. Okay, so first slide comes in, second slide, third slide, fourth one. So you can see how the animation is going. See that there are different styles. Let's do it again from first slide. Okay, second slide, third one, then fourth one. Okay, but for official work or for proposal defense or project defense and all those stuff, it's good to use one style. It's good to use one style so that your work will not look distractive. Because if you use different styles, your work will look distractive. But in the case maybe you're teaching students and maybe this is the topic of the day, you can apply different ones to show or to give more understanding of transitions. For official work, lecturing or proposal defense, thesis defense, and those things, it's good to use one style. So, for example, or to make it easy, when you apply push to slide 1, instead of making slide 2 push by doing it manually, slide 3 push, slide 4 push, all those ones, you just apply to 1 and use this button here, apply to all, or this command here, apply to all, and to fix the push transition on all the slides. So we have 11 slides, so to make sure it applies push to all the slides. So instead of applying it manually, we have about 100 slides, it will take a lot of time. But picking one of the slides, picking the transition style you want, and using the command apply to all to effect it on all the slides. And how do you know that transition has taken effect? You can see there's a small star here just by the numbering of the slides, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. You can see a small star beneath it. That is to indicate that there's a transitions effect on that particular slide or animation effect. So animations and transitions, they all have this mark to show that there is an effect on it. So that is all about transitions. So how the slides move in. So right now let's go to slideshow mode. So slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. Remember, you are using the same star for all of them. So that's why they are flowing in that order. Okay, so to come back to your work, you use escape key. That's the first key on your keyboard. To your left, escape key. So it will bring you back to your normal window. So for the animation, it's similar to that of the transitions. But here, the animations effect on the content inside each slide. So whether text, graphics, pictures, whatever it is, the content inside the slide is what animation deals with. So similar to the transitions, you make sure you select your slide that you want to effect the animation, then the content you want to apply. So for example, slide 1, we have the heading and the name. So if I want to effect animations on the heading, how it will flow in or how it will exit, I'll make sure I make it active by selecting it. So right now I've selected Introduction to Culture Education, which is the heading. Then I come to Animation tab. Then as usual, we have samples of them here: appear, fade, fly in, float in, split, and sort of. If you also use the more commands here, the arrow here, you get more of the commands. So over here we have the entrance, how the text will enter or how the object will enter. We have the emphasis. After entering, maybe you want to give more emphasis on the text or the object or whatever content it is. Then going down, we have exit, how you want the thing to exit that particular content to move away from the slide. Yes, so there are 3 things. Usually we use the first one, that is the entrance. That's what we are much particular about. So So to just make it simple, I'll just go with these ones here. So let me use fly in. So as usual, you see a short preview of how it will take effect. So we see number one, that means I've applied animation to this one. Then if I want to apply to the name, I'll click on it to make it active, or I'll make sure it is activated. Then I'll pick the animation style I want. Then it also give me a short preview. So you see one label here, then two here. It means that animation have been applied to all of them, and this one is leading the animations, followed by the second one, which is 2. So if I'm in my slide mode 2, so I'll press, then this one come, which is number 1, then I'll press, then the second one come, which is what, number 2. So you can disable the act of pressing, maybe click, then this one will come, then click, then this one will come, the second one will come, or using the arrow key. So that effect is over here. Start. How will it start? Is it on a click, or with previous, or after previous? So for example, the second one here, which is one click, if I use with previous, it will come together with the introduction to college education. So that's why you now have 1 showing that they all come together. That is start with previous. Otherwise, I can make it after previous. So with the after previous, they are still 1 all right, but it will wait for this one to fly in. Then after that, the name will also fly in. Yes, but as I said, the default is what we go by, but that is for official work. This is more seen, for example, when you are explaining a point. In our slide 2, for example, we have 3 points here, and you have your introduction. You are coming to explain point 1, after that point 2, after that point 3. So let's effect fly in here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and they are all using the on click. So let me explain why the on click is more essential. So for example, we are explaining a term, which is the first point. After explaining, we push in the second one, or we click for the second one to come. So depending on our own pace, maybe how fast you can explain this, or how conversant you can explain this and finish, then this one will come in. So this is done because if you don't use the on click and you don't also apply animations, then when you're in the slide mode, all of them will appear. So let me use none. When you're in slide mode, everything will appear. So this is the first page, second page, they all appear. So maybe you are explaining point 1, and your audience, some are looking at point 2, and maybe they are reading to see what is on point 2. Some are also reading on what is on point 3. But if you effect animation, it will make sure that it weighs. So now I've applied animation. So let me go again. So now we have point 1. So it will wait until I finish explaining. Then I'll press again. Then point 2 will come. Then I'll press again. Then point 3 will come. But if you don't effect animation, that will not happen. And at the same time, if you don't use the on click, the moment you use with previous, they all come. So that means like you don't even apply animation. Or if I use after previous, the moment this one finish coming, this one will flow in. So you will not even finish reading, and this one will also fly in. So it's good to apply animations using the on click, so that it will make sure that when you finish explaining at your own time, then you click or you use the arrow key for the second one to also fly in, or use whatever animation style you are dealing with. Yes. So whether objects, text, as I said, animation applies to whatever content is inside. Even on the heading, you can use animation on the heading. So history, I use flying. Then this is a picture, I can use animation for it too. So I use split, you see the effect of it, or white side effect. So if you also use any one you want, you see the effect of it. This appear, this fade. So whatever content, just make sure you select that particular content. If you select it, you be sure that you have selected. See some guys around it. These points shows that you've selected it. So after selecting, you come to animation tab. Then apply whatever animation you want. That is all. So let me split here and let's preview to see how it is. Okay, that's like okay, transition comes, the animation comes. So they are all using on click. So I'll press or I'll click, then the effect will come. So that is it for animations. To the last thing, which is how to record. Why would you want to record your slides? Maybe you are teaching at a school and then you have to attend to some emergency, or you have something somewhere to do. You can make sure that you record your slides. When it's time for your lesson, you can give it to a course or the classroom to play it for the students to learn, or one of your colleague teacher to play it for the students to learn. So if your class is 30 minutes, you record within a time frame of 30 minutes. Yes. So to utilize that effect, depending on your version, and again, these tabs here may change. Some versions have record as a tab here. Mine is having slideshow. So you can find that functionality in slideshow or record. So whichever one you want, you click on it, then you have record it. So if yours is a record tab, click on it, you might have a record around the beginning. Mine is slideshow, still pick it, then you have record over here. So you click on the record, it gives you the chance to on your camera. That is, if depending on your version, some version does have the camera option. Then your voice, you can also on or off the voice. Yes, so if you on your camera, if your version is supported, you see a small box, either circle or rectangular, with your self showing. That is, the webcam will show yourself as you are sitting in front of the laptop, and as you are talking, the gestures will be showing everything, so that it will be more interactive. So when you finish, you save as a PowerPoint show. When you finish your record, you save as whatever you want to save it. So if I want to save it on my desktop, I'll use browse, or whatever I just want. Use browse, so it will open. Where do I want to save it? So I want it on my desktop. And this is the most important thing, the save as type. Make sure you select PowerPoint show. So this one, it will play like a video, like what you are watching right now. PowerPoint show. If you don't select that one, you leave it on the default, which is PowerPoint presentation. You will have to be by the computer and be pressing or be clicking for it to move from slide to slide. But if you leave it on PowerPoint show and record it within 30 minutes or 20 minutes, it will play like a video, and also use the time of 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on how you recorded it. Yes, so that is it for this one. Animation, transition first, animation second, then how to record it using slideshow, or if you have the record tab, you activate that one, then you record your slides. Yes, so that is it. Thank you.